It's Sunday, meaning the Sanitizer Series is back. This week, it's backyard mini golf.
Coming to your home television this quarantine season.
Two sports anchors in search of greatness.
With a path in place to raise the prize.
A bottle of sanitizer.
This is the Sanitizer Series.
Last week, Dusty was really bad at basketball, and I beat him very bad. And I think this week in golf, I have the advantage too, so I'm looking to finally take a lead in Sanitizer Series. Also, if you haven't been able to see Dusty before, you'll be able to see him today. He's got some neon clothing on. It's really tough scene, honestly, so we'll just see how today goes.
I'm not happy. Max did not make me happy last week, and I will not allow him to take a lead in this series. I also have great style. Max dresses like Gumby. He's got to go down today. It's time.
All right, there's a look at the updated Sanitizer Series line. I evened the series last week after a huge win in horse, and let's go to the action to see who actually looks like Gumby. Dusty, hole one, you're starting out pretty good.
That is some beautiful style right there.
You started out pretty nice today, I would admit. You get 6 strokes on the first hole, which pretty nice and a pretty hard hole.
Not ideal, but yes, as you mentioned, it's kind of a difficult hole. Your start was
a pretty bad start right
not
here.
Quite as pretty right
but
there.
But I chipped out, and I'm able to get 7 strokes. And look at Dusty here. He is already celebrating on the first hole. He thinks he's going to win today. Let's see if
I'm having just a great time, you know, having a good time playing golf. You know, that's what we do.
This is a nice shot. You get around the tree and 4 strokes. Pretty good hole for you there. I get
solid start.
Trouble. I'm in a little pit there, and so I end up dropping another stroke.
I think your hands were sweaty from being so nervous here, honestly.
Now check this shot. This is your best shot of the day. You curve around the shed, through the volleyball court, and you're in the hole for 4.
Just how I drew it up right there, to be honest with you. And then
I drop another stroke. I'm 3 behind, 5. So you're up by 3. However, next hole you have a struggle.
I got a little cocky, a little bit. Shocking
though. Nice chip right here, and guess what? 3 strokes. I tie it right back up in 1 hole. That's golf.
To be honest, I just did that to make it a game. I was feeling really bad for you.
This is a good shot for me right here. I end up 2 putting on the green, 4 strokes, and you hit the smallest thing on the tree hanging.
When you talk about odds against me, that was it right there. And that's when the tide started to turn right here. This is when you started catching a groove. As for myself, maybe not so much, except for right there.
Look at that tiny rock that stops me from getting 6. Instead, I'll settle for 7 on our last 3 holes. You had to take a drop shot here, though, so that set you back. And I believe you end up with 7 strokes here. Thankfully, you had that drop stroke to keep me in the lead.
That drop stroke, honestly, would do me a little bit later in this one. That 7 stroke right there, not too helpful.
Now,
but hole 8.
This hole good the first time. This time it was my hole. I go with 6, and man, poor Dusty, I think you had about 7 on that one. Now I get a lucky putt right there on the last hole. I end up with 5 strokes. You have to get a hole-in-one on the last one.
This is my chance right here. It's a beautiful shot, but
it is short. I win it 46 strokes. You have 49, Dusty. I take the lead in the Sanitizer Series for the first time. The first win streak, 2 games in a row. And next week, we will face off in roller hockey.
I'm not hearing the end of this one, I can tell you right now.
That's the sports.
All right, and don't forget to wash your hands.